Class. Good old TJ.
Konnichiwa. News Watch. Back in the next video. Okay, guys, we're doing another Annie News video. This one it is called Fate Apocrypha Frankenstein Berserker of Black Explained. So we just recorded the Saber of Red. Now we're doing the what was the Berserker of Black video. So like I said, the other video should already been came out. If it's not, yeah, it should have already came out by 12 o'clock Central Time for today. But if not, it's gonna be the first one you're gonna see. This is gonna be the second one you're gonna see. But anyway, guys, this video, like I said, is brought to you by Annie News, the original content creator for this video. So go ahead and follow that first link you about down below. Go lead you to his channel. You can go and watch any of his other videos. He makes some great lore content for like anime, not just the Fate series. I think it's like other animes as well, but yeah, this is the one we're on right now. It's one you guys keep wanting me to watch and react to, so we're gonna keep doing this. Like I say, let me know if you guys like this this setup. I'm gonna try to like edit around with the green screen and try to see if I can get just myself in the video itself for the green screen. So let me know how you guys like it, how you guys been liking the new videos with the green screen. Let me know if you guys like the ones with the green screen or you want me to just go back to just doing regular without the green screen. Because once I get like moving to like another area, which I'm trying to do, I should be able to have this set up right, or set up better. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get right to it.
So I didn't plan on doing either of the Berserker classes for a while, but you guys asked for it, so here she is. I'm actually surprised you guys didn't ask more for Astolfo since he did get voted Best Girl of Summer 2017. God help us. Anyway, before we get started, let me know who you think I should cover next in the comments below, or go vote in the poll in the community section. And I swear to God, if you guys say Astolfo, I'm just never gonna do a Fate video again. Now let's get into everything you need to know about the Berserker of Black, aka Frankenstein. As per usual, before talking about her as a character, let's first talk about the Berserker class in general. Just as there are 3 knight classes amongst the 7 servants, there are also 4 cavalry classes, and the heroic spirit of Berserk is one of them. It's a fairly straightforward class because the only
Vets.
requirement for being summoned as a Berserk class servant is to have gone Berserk at least once during a battle in their lifetime. Makes sense, right? So being a Berserker means that you have a Mad Enhancement special ability, which essentially is a trade-off of sanity for power. It's because the people who are usually summoned
That's
as
typical.
Berserkers are
Typical
typically
anime.
weaker in areas that the
You have
other
your
servants
sanity for
excel
power,
in, like strength or agility.
especially dark.
That's why the trade-off of their servant's consciousness for more power levels the playing field a little bit more. Of course, this comes at a price, and that being the large amount of magical energy that is required to control the Berserker servant when it's in that Mad Enhancement state. Also, depending on how much sanity is traded for power, can also remove a number of abilities from that servant, including Noble Phantasms. Basically, if Mad Enhancement is used too much, then that servant may be unable to use their Noble Phantasm in the future, or the master could run out of magical energy. This is what
Really?
you would define as a high-risk, high-reward type servant.
Dang, that sucks.
Now, the Berserker of Black that we
I
see
wouldn't
in
want that as my
Apocrypha is
servant
a
then.
bit unique because it's not often we get a character that's based on a novel. Normally, it's someone from Greek mythology or ancient history, but this is the first time that I've seen a character based off of a purposefully written work of science fiction. Now, if you're
Yeah,
over the age of,
I was
let's
wondering why
say,
it was named
14, I'm
Frankenstein.
sure you would know by now that Frankenstein is based off of Mary Shelley's novel published back in 1818. However, the Frankenstein that we see is a little bit different in appearance, cause there obviously wasn't enough cute girls in this anime and we definitely needed more, especially with the Astolfo thing. But aside from that, the Fate version of Frankenstein involves Victor Frankenstein attempting to recreate Adam and Eve. So he first built Eve so that she could give birth to Adam. As we see in the flashback, he attempted to create Eve by having lightning give life to the corpse. But what was created instead was not Victor's vision of Eve, but rather this thing that had the mind of an infant. She had no emotion, no expression, or sense of the world, sort of like a broke college student. And after presenting Victor with the insides of a dog, she was disassembled and left for dead for being a useless shell of a human. However, while in pieces, she still lived, and was able to literally pull herself together. She traveled to the outside world and gained some sense of emotion and finally felt
Dang,
2
this
key
sucks.
things: anger towards the creator that left her, and respect for the one that made her. So she decided to find this man who she despised and admired so much in order to make him do one thing: create a partner. finish the atom that was meant to be made alongside her so that she wouldn't be
Whoa,
alone.
that's deep.
While in one
That's
of her
deep.
flashbacks, we got to see a little homage to those vintage movies with only text for dialogue, but the entire statement was left out. It was meant to be, I never wanted to trouble you, but when you created me, you made me as only me. I am all alone, and it's painful, it's agonizing, it hurts. So please, just one more. Please, create one more of me. If anyone can, it is you. Please, give me a mate. This statement fell on deaf ears because all Victor could see was his failure to create Eve. So he kept running and Frankenstein kept chasing. Eventually this game of cat and mouse led to the events that resulted in Frankenstein's berserk classification. She committed to having this partner created no matter what the cost, so she decided to start killing everyone related to or even acquainted to Victor. But even through that, Victor still kept running until he had enough and even fled to the South Pole where he would die before creating another monster. So with no one
And
left to
he'd rather
chase,
go and die in the
Frankenstein
South
traveled
Pole
as far north as she
than
could,
just
built herself a
give
pyre, and set it
give her
ablaze on
her
top of it.
request. That's
It's quite the
crazy.
tragic story as usual, but I think there's something more appealing when discovering the intended fate version of the Frankenstein story. It definitely made me appreciate Frankenstein's character more after reading all of this. So Frankenstein, being this sentient thing that died with the regret of being alone and not having this partner, is reborn to fight in the
This
Holy
is
Grail
sad. It's
wars
like
that
the saddest
accomplish
one
the
yet.
creation of that
Like
atom
looking
that
at,
was
I really
created.
forgot about this.
Now, one of the things you're
I'm watching
probably
this.
wondering about her character is why she never talked. Well, that's because the Mad Enhancement ability that I mentioned earlier limits her ability to talk, thus resulting in her having to use headshakes and grunts to communicate. In terms of her abilities, she's actually quite different from the other Berserker classes. I'm sure that you noticed that she was still able to effectively follow orders even while in the Mad Enhancement mode. She also has increased agility in comparison to the other Berserkers, but what's more important here is her unique skill called Galvanism from her weapon that lets her gain back her magical energy very quickly. But since her magical energy is already from the collection of homunculi kept in the basement, it's pretty much a useless skill. When it comes down to it, even her Noble Phantasm isn't very useful. She has two, one called Bridal Chest, a Maiden's Chastity, and another called Blasted Tree, the Lightning of Crucifixion. Bridal Chest is her weapon, a giant mace that discharges electricity. Now this weapon has three
And
components:
her Noah
the spear
Phantasm
at the top which is basically
sacrificed
her
herself,
heart,
right? I think that's
the
what
fin at the
it
bottom,
did.
and the smaller fins at
If
the
I'm not
sides of her
mistaken.
head. These three components act together to store and recycle magical energy through Frankenstein's body, providing her with basically a limitless amount of magic in a fight, especially when facing other mages or servants that use a lot of magic attacks. Now for the second part of her Noble Phantasm, I'm going to be talking about episode 10 from the show, so there will be spoilers from that episode. And if you saw that episode, then you got to witness a pretty great Noble Phantasm in action. The Lightning Tree of Crucifixion is basically a suicide attack.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. I thought I remember that. It was
The
suicide.
heart opens to release all the magical energy that is stored inside of it in the form of an AoE attack. There's really no need for me to explain it, so I'll just let you watch it.
And I believe that the Saber Red still ended up surviving that. You know, she blew herself up. Dang, look at that animation.
私と一緒に来い
Dang, look at that tree.
And that's Frankenstein. It's a shame that we don't get to see more into each of the servants. All their backstories are a lot more intricate than you think, and I personally feel they should dedicate a little more time to flesh them
Yep.
out.
So that's the end of Berserker, man. Berserker of Black explained. Sheesh, man. That's. I really forgot how tragic her backstory was. Like I really forgot when. Like I said, I haven't watched this since the fate this Agrippa this Fate series came out, which was probably like what like some years ago now, going on now, because like recent one now is Fate Grand Order, or yeah, Fate Grand Order Babylonian or Babylonia or whatever you call it. I think this was around what, like 20. I think I was still in high school. I think, right? Probably like 2010 or something like that. But yeah, guys, this video is brought to us by Andy News. Like I say, there's link in the response down below. Be the first one you see down there. Yeah, man, this is tragic. This is really, really tragic. And it's kind of crazy because as a berserker, like literally all she wanted was just a companion, a mate. She um like Kai, the creator wanted Adam and Eve, but he made this, I guess he, in his eyes, failed clone or failed attempt at Eve. But then you try to make the Adam. It's crazy. He rather would have everybody die around him that's close to him or related or just knows him, rather than just make the mate and that won't happen. He'd rather go to the South Pole after everybody has died and he keeps running away from this berserker just to not give her her wish. Could you imagine that? Like the only person that can give you a wish is one certain person, but then they'll keep running from you, all because they don't see you fit for what their vision was, and they'll rather go all the way to the South Pole and die than give you your wish. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine it? For real, because I couldn't. But anyway, as I say, like, share, subscribe on the video, as well as the YouTube and the bell notification for the channel. And boy, comes out. Peace.